Welcome to the third and final day of competition at this year's Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. The capital of the United Arab Emirates sits off the mainland on an island in the Persian Gulf. Beneath white marble domes, the vast Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque is capable of accommodating an astonishing 41,000 worshippers. But we're here for the latest leg of the IJF Judo World Tour, and we're going to begin with the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 90 kilo category. Alexander Kukolya of Serbia faces Kejau Nabali of the Ukraine. It'll be Kukolya in the white judogi, Nabalia in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one. Oh, before that, why don't we welcome a co-commentator, former world champion Loretta Cusack-Doyle. Sorry about that.
No problem at all. Well,
there's our referee.
I'm just silently sitting here anticipating the first contest coming up, and it's going to be an exciting one. There's some great matches coming up for us that's going to have us all on the edge of our seats. And so we've just got the last couple of minutes before we're ready to go.
And we have had a few specials today, haven't we?
Yes, some really nice matches.
Each of these fighters had a single loss during the preliminaries, and that's put them in the bronze medal position. Either they've had to fight their way back through the repechage or they lost in a semi-final. But here they are with the chance of picking up a medal. It's Kukolya in the white judogi, Nabali in blue.
Well, Kukolya came in as the #1 seed for Serbia in this competition. 35 athletes started at the beginning of the day. And now we're down to the last 6. Nabali, for me, is strong competitor and nice judo. Be a real danger out here for this bronze medal.
He's never quite fulfilled all the promise that he showed as a junior. The good thing for him is that the Ukraine have stuck with him throughout, and he's had plenty of opportunities as Nabali. He's there or thereabout, but I suspect that they had a few more medal positions as far as their hopes are concerned.
Yes.
Here he is with a chance for another.
As he's transitioning into the Niwas, he looks for an opportunity there, but very little on offer for him. Feel for Nabali, really, he's got nice judo, but he just doesn't have that grittiness in it. It's just not aggressive enough at times, especially in this weight category. There's quite a lot of aggressive gripping styles, and for me he just doesn't match up to that. Technically he's got beautiful judo, moves quite nicely and elegant around the mat, but he can have a tendency to just get wrapped up and caught up with the kimikata and just doesn't have that grit to finish his attacks against a strong aggressive Sasai, beautifully done, and Ippon called. Well, you have no arguments with that from me.
He can smile now, Kukolya.
Yeah, and it's like, yes,
why not?
Got it. Well, great win there. What a start for the final block.
Along with Top Christian, Alexander Kukolya is one of the nicest fighters on the circuit. Always, pleasant. He's always got a word. He's always, looking after his opponents.
Yes.
He really has got a nice way about him. And then there's the judo on top.
And when you don't marry him up, really, when it comes on the mat, he's got quite an aggressive approach. He's very,
intense,
very physical.
Yeah.
Quite an intense athlete. But off the mat, this sort of placid, sort of gentlemanly-like.
Yeah, he's softly spoken as well. If the only thing I'll say about him is that he walked onto that. He was running onto it, Kapali.
Yeah.
He was following him. He was going away. Look, he's going away from him. He's chasing him.
Oh, nice.
He's actually running at him.
Yes, he really just... He switched off as he was...
All he had to do was make
All he had
room
to
for
just-
where he was coming
yeah.
into, that space that he was coming
You
into.
want to go, sidestep it, but my foot's going to be in the way.
Terrific turn, though, look.
Beautiful technique. He caught that sleeve, he rotated. There he got the lapel and the nice turn, a full rotation, and his body followed the way that his opponent was going to fall.
If he'd gone down on the left knee there, that would have looked like a kata.
Yes. Well, he'll be delighted with that, and again, that's somewhere along the line that will make a highlight, won't it?
Right, coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 90 kilo category. Sergiu Toma of the United Arab Emirates faces Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan. It'll be Toma in the white, judogi Mediev in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland. Here's Loretta.
Well, yes, here we come with the second bronze medal match in the under 90s. And again, hopefully, we're just now on the edge of our seats. We're going to see a little bit more like we've just seen in the first bronze medal match. Mediev, world rank number 12, cracking Sianagi, and we've seen that a couple of times here, and in Olympic Games was 7th place, so a very dangerous athlete.
But that was the way to get things underway, wasn't it, with the Nippon?
Well, it just rises the level of expectation now, doesn't it?
So who's the dangerous one to what?
Mediev.
Okay.
Definitely.
Keep an eye on Mediev. It's Toma in the white judogi, Mediev in blue.
Was bronze medalist in Abu Dhabi last year, so he'll be wanting to maintain that positioning. Mediev takes the first grip. He tries to throw that left hand over the high collar, but Toma controls that sleeve and tries to maintain a secure, firm grip on the right side. And you can see he draws it down, but while he's controlling Mediev's right side, he's actually attacking, so it's a bit of a stalemate situation. And picks up a Shido, but both of them do for lack of engagement in this contest to start with. We're in now to the 3rd minute. 1 minute gone already. Mediev coming in with the Ouchigari. He's got the left hand now. Sasai, we've just seen that. Well, it was awarded the Shido, but referee Nan. Oh, the Koso Tagak, beautifully done. Another big ippon. Well, this just gets better and better.
Is that the UAE's first medal then?
No, this was Mediev that
Oh,
did the
Mediev, I was going to
Kosota.
say, yeah.
Beautiful.
They had that really nice shot of Sergio
Yes.
Toma there. They normally have the winner.
I think it was the sort of disappointment written on in the trying to lip read the lips.
I just looked away and I heard you
Yeah, the Kosota
bellow
Gaki
out the
there.
Koso Tagaki.
Beautifully done.
Mediev then taking away the last hope for the UAE of
Yes.
taking a medal here. Sport of yesterday and Toma today, they would have been the best hopes. He was in there for a second, wasn't he? Just had a little bit of a shape there as he thought about going for the Ojigari, but as his feet were stumbling towards
Thought
you know,
about
the
it,
launch
but
point.
yeah. Well, the thing is, he came in for the Ochi, but he never hooked
no,
in.
never got there.
And when he did come in, he came in too high.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to do maybe an uranagi.
Yes, I think you're right.
That's what he
Get
was trying to
underneath him
do.
and then
But
lift.
you
It never got there.
He walked in with it
Yeah.
with straight legs. There was no lift. It was just... He drew himself into that, and look at
Planted, yeah.
gosh. Well, that's where you say the mat opened up and buried me. And that's exactly what he did. Power. Well, you can't argue with that one, can you?
Kosotokaki for Japan. Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan takes the second of the bronze medals. Well, we come now to the final of the under 90 kilo category. Mikhail Igolnikov of Russia faces Tot Christian of Hungary. It's Igolnikov in the white judogi, Tot in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Ramzadin Saidov of Uzbekistan.
Well, they've never had a head-to-head, these two, and so this is a first outing out for one another. A little bit apprehensive they'll come out here, but to me this is going to be a very interesting match to see how they work against each other. Tots with the Sinagis that have been very successful throughout the day, but very predictable to a point. If you're going to be meeting up with them in the final, they'll give you an idea of what he's capable of doing, and there wasn't much variation, but he is a real extreme powerhouse, and we've seen some big throws coming from the Hungarian. Igolnikov for me was one that I thought would be an athlete that would get to that podium stage, and well, he's guaranteed himself on the podium, but what colour will it be now? Young athlete that's been very impressive throughout. Some real quality of results under his belt from a very young age.
He's thrown everybody today that he's fought, not necessarily for Ippon, but quite often the Uchimata has resulted in a Wazari, and then after that it's been almost impossible to get near him, and that is not talking about being overly defensive.
Yeah. Well, when you look at his results, got in Dusseldorf a gold medal, the under 23 European Championships gold medalist, junior European champion gold medalist, junior world championships a silver medal. He's hitting every benchmark results as an athlete. Is an outstanding performer.
And then most recently in April,
the European Championship title.
In the European champion.
So this is some promising athlete for Russia, isn't it?
Hussein Kalmazaev, the other Russian in the weight category, lost quite early on and sat for the rest of the afternoon watching Igolnikov's progress towards the final. And I think every contest that he went further and further in the competition,
he
sunk
further and
further in the mire. He is number one spot in Russia, disappearing quickly.
Oh, well, they've got some results, haven't they, and what depth they have in the weight categories, in most of their weight categories, I should say.
Difficulty for Kalmazaev is that there's only about 300 or 400 points on the IGF World Ranking list between the pair of them. So this win here, if Igolnikov could do it,
would make such a difference, wouldn't it?
He would overtake Kalmazaev. He'd be the number one.
Well, Tot here picking up
Tot
his
may
second
sort something else out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, Tot picking up the second Shido here, and we're just coming into the halfway mark. It's a long way to go with two Shidos. He cannot afford to make any silly errors now, but we know he's a big thrower, then he's capable of coming back from here. He comes in with that Uchimata. As the Sianagi, but we've seen it so many times. Has his game plan changed for coming into this final match? Oh, well, that was nicely controlled. Oh.
Igolnikov deciding that he'd seen enough and he felt it was Ippon. He was on his way back to his start point. Well, the referee called Wazari.
He seems so
and that was
calm and it really is unbelievable the way his body language is oozing so much confidence out there, isn't it?
Well, one of the things that we've, touched on quite often is the ability of one fighter to close another down. That's all well and good. It means you're not going to get thrown, but it also means you cannot open up.
Exactly.
The minute that he did there with that Seoinage, he got rolled.
Yep. And this thing with Totti is very powerful, but he closes things down, doesn't he? And then he seems to be sharp enough to open up and create a space so he can come through for the Seoinages, and he's done that throughout the day. But on this occasion, his opponent is just as powerful, but in a different way. He has a better feel. He's reacting to what the messages that Tot's sending out here.
Christian making that attack right on the mat edge there.
And it was a really 50-50 for me on that one.
Igolnikov had a nice strong grip on him. He wasn't going to find a way out. There's only one way for him to go.
Uchimata! As it follows through into the Niwaza. Top straight back up onto his feet.
Tot's able to get that left hand down because Igolnikov is not looking to trap that. He's just throwing one leg up there. He's only attacked him with the Uchimata with one hand on. He knows that, if he gets both hands on and he gives a full-blooded Uchimata, there's the chance for the counter. He's decided, okay, this is the way I'm going to attack in, and I'm going to look to counter the Seoinage.
See, for me, this is a danger. What the Russian is doing now, he's trying to steal the match instead of trying to win it. He's looking for that third and final sheet. Now, this is going to backfire on him. It's like 2 apiece now. But with seconds to go, it's not going to make much of a difference. But it was a dangerous ploy to make.
No, you're absolutely right. When they get to that point and your opponent has, the second Shido, the thing that you don't want to do is lose concentration on the thing that got you to the point.
Yes.
that's got you winning the contest. Don't change your plan and start looking to get your opponent a penalty.
And there was a couple of times that we saw him just at the edge of the mat. Yeah. He sort of was in a little world of his own. The head started to turn, and he wasn't as focused on his opponent as much as what he should have been.
Well,
but it's paid off anyway. He's got the gold medal, but something he's got to be very careful with in future.
Well, you said Igolnikov was the man to look out for.
Yes, and he ends up winning the gold medal.
So proved. Mikhail Igolnikov of Russia takes the gold medal in the under 90 kilo category. We'll look at some highlights from this one, and then we'll be back with the next weight category.
Nicely controlled there. Well, that predictability was really what lost him that medal, I feel.
Yeah, we could look at that, over and over again and see at what point Igolnikov can feel that he's going to be attacked with that Seoinage, and as soon as he feels it, he's ready to react. Right, we come to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 78 kilo category. Ma Jintao of China faces Karen Stevenson of the Netherlands. It's Ma in the white judogi, Stevenson in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vasily Smolin Jr. of Russia.
People's Republic of China, Ma Jintao. Blue judogi for the Netherlands, Karen Stevenson.
The Chinese team up there, the Olympic champion at under 78 kilo category on the far left. Yang Zhuli. Sitting next to her is Zhang Wen, who competed in the under 57 kilo category, and then Li Yanan, who took a bronze medal in the under 48 kilo category. Promising team for China. See how Ma gets on.
Ma with a 5th in the World Championships this year and a bronze medal in the Asian Games. Very strong athlete, started off extremely well in this competition. World rank 22. So Tamako Komi is one of the stronger attacks that she's shown throughout the day. Stevenson, world ranked number 9. Has had a run of 5th places in the World Tour, from Hoi Hot to European Championships, Dusseldorf and Paris, all in a 5th place. She'll be wanting just to knock down that wall and get herself the bronze medal. Comes in with the Sianagi, follows through into the Niwaza. Best result for Stevenson was a silver medal in Tunis. But you can see Ma here with the right hand on the collar, drawing Stevenson's head down. Well, you can see blocking with that left, turns in, comes over the back there, deep with the right hand. The Sianagi just didn't get the finish. Just misjudged the timing on that, dropped in a little bit too far. Unable to get the Kashushi off that. Ma once more, as you can see, with the right hand controlling that shoulder and head. Very strong grips from the Chinese. Stevenson drawing the hands down, obviously trying to avoid the high collar grip and using it for, but the attempt of what looked to be a Makakomi, but lost total control. Didn't have the right grips either, but it was a ploy to get rid of what was very controlling for Stevenson as the sleeves, and that's the danger for the Dutch girl.
Stevenson it is who picks up a penalty now. Both fighters with a penalty apiece, with a little over a minute left to go.
Well, Ma, what we've seen in the past, she overstretches for that Osota, but then turns it round. But she got an opportunity, Stevenson, for the Niwaza. She was in very quick, but the positioning for the Shimiwaza wasn't as precise as she was hoping for. But the referee can see from that angle that it was on the chin.
Double Olympic champion in your shot there, now president of the Chinese Judo Association, Shandong Mei. He gets to quite a few of the tournaments. Would like to take a medal here.
So half a minute remaining in this contest. Getting closer, becoming a golden score match. Sianagi, but again didn't break the balance, needed to draw her opponent onto her as she entered in for the Sianagi. That's what the coach will be saying, get more of a breaking of the balance before entering in the Sianagi, take the sleeve with you. And this is what Stevenson needs to do, is control the sleeve but taking it with her for a Sodi Sakura Kamigoshi. Ma drops to her knees there, and that will be a penalty, so this will even it up to 2 apiece now. Neither one of these athletes can make any further mistakes, and Makakomi, but good reaction, tries to counter it. Controlled that movement well, Stevenson did. And she's allowing that arm to come back up on the top, which is always a danger. Stevenson coming through into the Niwaza. She looks for the Shimiwaza again this time. See where the positioning of. Now the referee having a good look. He obviously feels that it's in a good position. Needs to drop the hips and push through.
Well, it's the second time that she's been in that position to bring off that Shimiwaza. Not sure if Ma's been able to get a hand in. Perhaps just make it that little bit more difficult. Sometimes it makes it worse.
It makes it worse if you put your hands in and you're in the right position. It's just a matter of positioning your hips.
Oh, Stevenson hasn't been able to do it yet. 2 penalties apiece here.
Makikomi again. Very poor attack there with the Makikomi. But she is dangerous with it. The arm gets a free hand, and there it has, and she's going to continue to drive. Yes, that's it. And that was the problem. She allowed her to have the free hand, and it came right over the top. We said right from the beginning that Osoto Makikomi was the technique to watch out for. She tried so well in controlling that sleeve, but at that split moment there, allowed the free hand to come across.
Oh, happy times for Yang Dong Mei.
And another 5th place for
Stevenson. Yeah. The other thing is that she knows her teammate is in the final.
Yes, Stin, so that'll be interesting.
Well, let's take a look at how Wagner of Germany. It'll be Pakut in the white judogi, Wagner in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Turbat Ensetsek of Mongolia.
Well, when you look at the statistics here, there's been a head-to-head 4 times, 2 apiece, so it's even Stevens at this particular moment. Both are the same age, but in the world ranking, again, only 2 positions that divide them. This is going to be a very interesting, but I think a tough match for either one of them to get this bronze medal.
And in blue for Germany, Anna-Maria Wagner.
Right in the middle of the shot there in the red tracksuit top, Allerstorfer of Austria. He had a Not the best of days today.
Well, Wagner under 23 European champion. One of the best results. European bronze medal. And a bronze medal in Zagreb. Beginning of the year. So, strong athlete. Came in as the 5th seed in this competition.
Odd because she had a contest earlier on where there was a bit of a height difference.
Oh, yes.
And she managed to overcome that. That was
With Opateka?
Clara Opateka.
Yes, that's right.
Of Slovenia. Huge height difference for most of the fighters, but just only a head.
It wasn't much, but it
Yeah,
was
with
enough
Wagner.
to be able to get. It was an Ochigari, wasn't it? Beautifully executed. She just bounced her.
And now this time round, she's the fighter that is a head taller. Let's see how she copes with this one. Bakut actually is quite a handful.
Well, she's fought extremely well throughout the day. She came in at this competition as the number 7th seed? Yeah, 7th seed in the competition.
I think she's done well to make her way, up and up on the world ranking.
Well, she just
list,
missed
Beata
out.
Bakut.
She had a great performance a couple of weeks ago in Cancun. She just missed out on a medal. 5th place she took in the Grand Prix in Cancun. But it was a good performance for her. It really was. The Under-23 European Championship, she was a bronze medalist.
Wagner had a bash in the World Championships and fell to Katie Jemima Yates-Brown, didn't she?
Yes, that's right. Oh, what a blinder that girl had.
I think that's right, if my memory serves me
I'm
right.
sure you're right. She went on to, Jemima Yates-Brown went on to the repechage and fought for a medal, but sadly fell at the last hurdle against a Dutch girl, I think it was.
It was the other way around. It was Madeleine Malonga who defeated Wagner, and it was Katie who defeated Malonga with the shimiwazi.
Oh God,
strangled her unconscious. Yeah.
that was a really a scary moment for Malonga.
So that was the connection. Wagner had been defeated by Madeleine Malonga of France. Malonga then lost to Jemima Yates-Brown. Nice
Sienagi.
Sienagi walked onto that one
yes.
as well.
That was really nicely set up. Bakut there takes the lead with 1.5 minutes, and she's still not finished with her down there as she looks to, 1, let that clock tick away nicely, and 2, try and get past those legs to finish it off for a Nippon with the Osakomi. Wagner keeping on very tight. Oh, she just walked onto that. Bakut now takes the lead of Wazari. This will give her a lot more confidence, and it changes the way this match is now going to be fought, because Wagner really has to open up and make a sheer effort through here and really put herself in a bit of a vulnerable position. Well, it's an all or nothing situation for Wagner. She really does have to go for it. She's down on Wazari. She's coming up to the magic, as you would say, the magic 40 seconds.
Now or not, no or never.
After that, it's going to be difficult, isn't it? There's only one Shido, and that goes to Wagner. So Bakut really can play a very tactical match now, as she circles around and doesn't engage as much as her opponent would want her to.
Well, she won't lose it from here unless she gets thrown, because there's no way she's going to pick up that number of penalties, although I have seen someone in 30 seconds pick up 3. And it's Wagner who picked up the penalty for stepping out of the area. She was pressured out of the area, to be honest.
There was a
Oh, that's a nice effort. Go on.
That was gutsy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's something like that she needs to do. It's an all or nothing. She has to go for it, which means she might get caught for a pawn, but rather that than just saying I never tried. But there was a good effort there for Wagner. But sadly, on the day, wasn't to be for her. And Paquet von Poland takes that bronze medal home.
Yeah, it wasn't spectacular. It wasn't the most engrossing of contests, but there was always going to be that fine balance between the pair. You know, they bring different things to it.
Matched,
but yeah.
weren't they? And it was they met 4 times already, so they know each other so well. Let's Paquet makes it 3-2 as far as wins against each other. And a bronze medalist here in Abu Dhabi.
First medal at a Grand Slam for Beata Paquet.
Nice, she just walked onto that one, beautifully executed. There again, and it was like a circling motion with the arms. She rotated her on and then followed it through, winding herself through it. Nice. Very, very tight in the entry.
Oh, same again.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
We got that Sernagi going.
The bending of the arm. We saw it yesterday, yeah.
They're not bothering to go underneath for the Ippon Sernagi. It's a little bit like Eri Sernagi, but they don't use the second hand on the sleeve.
And
interesting.
Yeah.
Right, we come now to the final of the under 78 kilo category. Husha Steenhuis of the Netherlands faces Natalie Powell of Great Britain. It'll be Steenhuis in the white judogi, Powell in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Siniša Skrbić of Serbia. Reto.
When you look at there, they've fought 10 times, and it's a 7-3 to Steenhuis. For me, it's going to be a tall order, but based on performance here today, Natalie Powell has been looking quite sharp out there, and it's the best we've seen for a little while. She's had a bit of a low moment for a wee while, a couple of events that's not always gone her way, but she comes out here looking very serious indeed, but confidence has got to ooze Steenhuis there for the Netherlands to make this possibly 8-3. Well, we've just got to wait and see. Steenhuis, for me, she's consistent, but she's had some battles, hasn't she, throughout this competition. She doesn't make light work of her matches.
It was exactly a year ago that Powell last defeated Steenhuis. They fought once since then. That was the month after, so a little bit of ding-dong battle, you know, in the last year. But before that, really has been pretty much all Steenhuis.
Well, it's that left-hand high collar grip that's causing a few problems there for Powell. Really needs to control that left sleeve. He wants to have any opportunity. She throws in the high collar, but what she is doing while throwing that high collar grip, controlling the head, she doesn't have control of that sleeve, and that's really the danger for Powell here at this particular moment. She's leaning over on it, but is it controlling? Well, no. And you can just see by the actions of Steenhuis how little control she does have on that sleeve. So, for me, take that sleeve first, use it. Oh, she's up for a match anyway. There's no doubt about the seriousness on her face here as she draws down on that shoulder, just using to touch the feet, but really not convincing enough of an attack, but trying to draw Stenhus forward.
I think she's going to need a little bit more than the odd
tapping
foot tap here or there.
She's got a real Stenhus. What we would say, Stenhus is a powerhouse. There's no doubt about it. She is solid and she's very, very powerful. Upper body control there, as you can see. Powell's head's going down, and that's not the position she wants to really be in. In fact, it's got to be reverse. Left hand is causing Powell so many problems. Neither one of them are really, but there's been the closeness of a throw, and that's come from Stenhus. She's got the Ouchigari, but she's got the Osota Makakomi as well, which I think there'll be a Shido being handed out here. Yep, and Powell is on the receiving end of that one. That's the blocking. She's allowing that left hand to still hit high. And the Ouchigari almost went out into the advertisement boards there. Now for Powell, it really is controlling that left, and she really hasn't controlled it at all throughout this contest. You see the left, she's allowed free range with it. And Powell goes over there with the Makakomi, and that's always the danger. Powell has to sort of rethink now. She has to compose herself and think what's going on here, and it's that left hand that's causing her all the problems. She feels by bringing the chin down it's going to control it, but it isn't. Sasai attempt. Oh, Chigari, can she hook in? Oh.
That was as close as she's come to threatening Stenhus.
That was the closest.
You got 40 odd seconds, go there again.
Oof. Well, now she's going to go down into the knee wazzer, and rightly so. She's going to allow the clock to tick away. Now, Powell has got one big opportunity and only one. She doesn't get the score within the next 10 seconds. It's going to be very, very difficult because Stenhus has got no Shidos and she'll just back off. She'll pick up a Shido there, but it's not going to make much of a difference now. And that left hand drawing Powell's head down. And she lifts her head up. Well, she threw in the towel there in the latter stage of that contest. But a good win for Stenhus of the Netherlands, a gold medal and another win under a belt against Powell, making it 8-3 on the head-to-heads. Powell, a great win, a silver medal, well deserved, has had a good performance throughout the day, but knowing what Powell's like, she'll be disappointed not to take that number one spot. But it's another job done. As she looks, she sighs with relief, the tongue comes out, and that's it.
A 6th Grand Slam gold medal for Husha Stenhus. That's quite a record.
It's good.
Getting up
it's
there.
Really good. She's piling the medals high.
Speaking of medals, we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo category coming up. We've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo category coming up now. The medals will be presented by the International Judo Federation Education and Coaching Director, Mr. Mohammed Marija. The first of the bronze medals
Coaching Director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Mohammed Marija. The bronze medal for Azerbaijan
goes to Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan. There's a bronze medal for Alexander Kukolja of Serbia. The silver medal goes to Top Christian of Hungary.
And the gold medal,
The gold medal goes to Mikhail Igolnikov of Russia.
The prize money and the flowers are presented by the President of the Judo Federation of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mr. Khalid Al-Wahid. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Russia.
And now the national anthem of Russia.
Thank you. And now it's time for the family picture with the VIPs and the judo.
Mediev and Kukolja were the bronze medalists. Top took the silver. It was Igolnikov who walked away with the top prize. Not sure what all the
Trying to size each other up there.
bobbing up and down is about, but they all seem reasonably happy, don't they?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, there's a lot of them athletes that went home without a medal.
We come now to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 100 kilo category. Ashkab Kostoyev of Russia faces Karl Richard Frey of Germany. It's Kostoyev in the white judogi, Frey in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Roland Poiger of Austria.
In white for Russia, Ashkab Kostoyev. And in blue for Turkey, the 2015 world silver medalist, Karl Richard Frey.
Well, this will be a very interesting match. Some strong athletes in it. 26 we started off with. Fonseca was the number 1 seed coming in, and Pauchek number 2. Well, Pauchek is in the final, and Fonseca is now going to have to battle away in the other bronze medal coming up shortly. But Frey here, a very strong athlete that we'd highlighted in the opening session as a strong contender for a place on the podium. Still one match to go though. Sixth seed coming into this competition, world ranked 22, Olympic Games 5th place. In 2015, silver medal in the World Championships. Very strong athlete. Some great performances throughout this year.
Kostoyev just a little bit low with that Tomonagi
Well, it
effort.
was a bit slow, very slow, wasn't it? Could have timed that with an egg timer.
And the other thing was the left leg, when it got there, was fully extended. There wasn't anything left. He just crushed that, right?
Well, Fry trying to get hold of his opponent. Oh, Koshiguruma! Whoa! What an attack! Oh, brilliant. Well, that was so fast, he couldn't see that one coming. He pulled onto the lapel and he fired that arm through. The only thing that stopped him was the hand going down to getting the big score.
Kostoyev just managing to get the left hand down onto the tatami to stop the completion of that technique, but he was airborne for a while, wasn't he?
Well, if that wasn't a wake-up call for the Russian, I'll never know what will be. But right now again, Sianagi. Oh,
that was close. It almost fell into the osaikomi there.
Yeah. Oh, misjudged that slightly, and that could have cost him. Well, Kostoyev really having to control himself, calm himself down a little bit. A little bit more composure, settling process after that brilliant attack there that cost him a Wazari. Kostoyev with a cross grip, it comes in with the Uchimata. Both hands on the lapel, attempts a Sutemi Waza, the Tomonagi. Left himself a little bit vulnerable as the transition into the Niwaza. Right, just didn't react quick enough, but now he goes into the ground and he's looking to try and capitalise on, but it's a bit of a 50-50 really. Kostoyev really has some work to do now. We're coming up to the last minute. Only one Shido on the board. That goes to the Russian. Going for the high collar. He's starting to look a little bit frustrated there. How is he going to get through the defences of Fry Uchimata? But he loses. It was a little bit wavering on the supportive leg.
He was teetering there, wasn't he? Wasn't properly set.
Well, you could have really read that one, what was happening. He wasn't well set up.
And Fry's in the lucky position now of having only 20 odd seconds to hold out.
And no Shidos on the board.
No Shidos on the board, and Wazari in the bank, if you like.
Yep. And tactically, you just say, run away. He has a quick look at the scoreboard as well, but you know, that's dangerous. And one thing he doesn't want is lose sight of his opponent. With 5 seconds to go, though, yeah. Yep, he'll take that one, there's no doubt about it. Kostoyev really, well, he threw in the towel then, really. But you might say we're gripping the fingers or whatever, but
It's a little bit late to be claiming anything. Askab Kostoyev let that get away from him. Immediately after the score, things began to unravel for Kostoyev.
well, a great win for Germany. Karl Richard Frey takes the bronze medal for Germany. A great result for this young man. against his opponent. But who knows? It's all down on the day on how you perform, and we've seen some great performances out here already today and some major upsets. Fonseca, we know, he's got nice judo. He can throw, but he also can be thrown, and thrown big, we've seen in the past. Borodavko plays a little bit more of a safe game out here and a bit more cautious, which I think makes easy pickings sometimes for someone like Fonseca that's so open. Comes in with the first attack though. He comes straight in now, looking to capitalise in the knee was. I can't see really much there for him, but a little bit of punishment down there is not going to hurt him. So the attempt. Fonseca taking the sleeve. And the high collar grip. Right hand reaching over the top of the hooks in with the Uchimata though. Tactically, the game plan here looks to be that Fonseca needs to control the sleeve to avoid it coming over the top, deep over on the back, which is always the danger. As you can see, he's looking for that right hand, trying to control it, to take it off, but it is a battle of defences here at the moment for Fonseca. He's either got to hit him before he connects or controls the sleeve before he comes over the top. High collar, he's controlling one sleeve but then takes it across for the Sodi. Coming there, he takes two hands on the lapels. There, changes one for a high collar, a different way of entering in to that high collar grip against Sotogari. Oh! Well, do you know what? It was a gutsy effort there for Fonseca, but well anticipated by Borodavko. Just seemed that little bit more powerful. That slight height advantage gave him the opportunity to get a little bit of a spin on that. High collar. Fonseca ducks his head under. Attacks with it at the same time. Asodi. Oh, yes! Oh! Well, what a mix-up there. And the Osakomi, and I can't see Fonseca getting out of that at all. And Borodavko is saying he's definitely not getting out of it. So, Wazari Aseti upon. What a mistake there for Fonseca. He just fell on his back, and it was like a birthday and a Christmas present all wrapped into one for Borodavko.
Yeah, he accepted that willingly. Borodavko. There was a reasonable effort to throw to begin with Fonseca, and then when that started to fall apart, Borodavko almost looked as though he'd countered him, but there was no claim for a count. He just fell into the Osaikomi, and that was it. Yevgenis Borodavko of Okay, we've got the final of the under 100 kilo category coming up now. Elmar Gazimov of Azerbaijan faces Peter Palchik of Israel. It'll be Gazimov in the white judogi, Palchik in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Cho Min-sun of the Republic of Korea.
Well, 3 wins for Gazimov when it's a head-to-head with these two. But Palchik, for me, has been strong today. He's had a solid performance.
In one activity for Azerbaijan.
Can this be the turnaround that he needs to break the chain of defeat?
Elmar Gazimov. And in blue for Israel, Peter Palchik.
Some of the
Israeli team there
Israeli
sitting
team,
there,
yeah.
ready to...
Baruch Shmailov and
They've got a strong
Noah
team,
Minsk,
haven't they?
Yeah.
And the gold medal yesterday, can they make it a double?
Shira Rishoni. I didn't see Muki up there. He's around somewhere, but maybe still celebrating. Right, we're underway with the final, and right away Gazimov looking to sit down and use that little sit-down katakuri to try and ambush Palchik.
He needed to get in a little bit deeper. I think he ended up hurting himself, overstretching himself on that one. Palchik, strong kumikata. He's got a good lifeline there. Left hand on the lapel. Looks heavily strapped at this moment. Gazimov controlling the left sleeve. Soto will try to look for the Makakomi. Just that little bit too wide apart from his opponent. He's getting a bit deeper, but Shido been awarded to Palchik. High collar grip, drawing the head down. Sasai. Riashivarai attempt there. Two and a half minutes remaining in this contest. Still no score yet. One Shido to Palchik. It's really been a battle of the kumikata at the moment. Few one-to-one attacks.
Half the contest gone, no score yet between Gazimov and Palchik. Just that single Shido picked up by the Israeli early on.
Palchik looking quite strong with the grips. Good posture there, as you can see, looking very solid on his feet. Gazimov trying to break that up. Doing a good job at the moment with it. Steps across, having a oh, and he drops underneath. Well, Palchik is playing a bit of a waiting game at this moment. He could be possibly ready to pick up a second Shido if he's not careful. The left hand on the lapel, controlling quite nicely for Pelchek. He's got the sleeve now and trying to change around the gripping tactics as he controls the head, comes deep onto the belt, and this is the danger now as he comes in with the hips. Can he get the finish? Oh, there's the counter, and he sits him down on his bottom there. There's the sigh. Everyone on the edge of their seat. And I think that sigh was because there was real elements of danger there as Pelchek came on to the belt. Looks to take that sleeve. He's got the lapel. Tries to break up the defences here, and there's the Makikomi, but can he get that lift? Oh! Hey! Well, that could have almost been on the bell. That was so close for Gazimov. And he'll be gutted with that because it was really there for the taking.
Well, I think given that it came so close to going one way and then the other, you know, the audience are not that unhappy that this has gone into golden score. And here we are.
Maratsu Sinagi. Oh, yes. Well, he threatened it a couple of times. Oh. Well, a great win there for Pelchek. And he did it in style.
One of the lightest players in the team, Geffen Primo, shouting out her support. One of the heaviest in the Judo Pelchek.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for women under 78 kilograms.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 78 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the International Judo Federation competition manager, Dr. Lisa Allen. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Beata Pakut of Poland.
For the People's Republic of China, Ma
There's a
Zhenzhao.
bronze medal too for Ma Zhenzhao of China.
The
Silver medal goes to Natalie Powell of Great Britain.
And the gold medal for
The gold medal goes to Lucia Steenhuis of the Netherlands. Should we say that was a 6th gold medal? 6th IJF Grand Slam gold medal. That's
The United Arab Emirates Judo Federation, Mr. Mohammed.
quite a collection.
Yep, she's got a lot of gold wearers, we should say. Makikomi, look at it, the highlights there.
Abu Dhabi, she has won how many times? Twice now. 2016 and now 2018.
Well, this year alone, in Budapest, she got a bronze. In Paris Grand Slam was silver. The Masters, she was a bronze medalist. In Tokyo Grand Slam, a silver medalist. Some collection. What a consistent.
Now the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Thank you. And now it's time for the family picture with the athletes and the VIPs, please.
Pakut and Ma were the in blue.
We continue with the bronze medal fight.
Well, they've not had a head-to-head here, and as you can see, world-ranked Zerska, number 7, to her opponent on 21.
The referee in the middle for this one is Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia.
2017 world bronze medalist Irina Inzerska. And in blue for the People's Republic of China, Fan Yang.
Well, for Kinzerska, she might not be on the top part of the podium where she was silver medalist last year, but she'll be wanting to be on it with a medal around her neck and taking this bronze medal home.
Longyan isn't the finished article yet. Rough around the edges a little bit. Chinese have got a while yet to prepare her.
Wow. That was a good start for the Azerbaijan. Well, she looks very determined to get back on the podium. Osota driving off there. Beautifully done.
But you see what I mean about the lack of experience. She's trying to hold on to her opponent instead of trying to collapse the technique. Well, needs to get some control there, or she is going to lose the opportunity for the Osaikomi. When Kinzerska comes in, instead of trying to collapse the technique, she holds on to her.
Yes.
She just goes over on the back of it. Twice she's done that. First time gave away the Wazari. The second time she was lucky not to go over again.
It's a strong looking athlete though from China, isn't she, Wong?
Oh, yeah.
Draws the head down, powers, steps across, and trying to give her a bit of her own medicine out there, but not as effective as her opponent has been so far with a Wazari lead. definitely this young lady from China has got the potential. In the Asian Games this year was a bronze medalist, along with the Hoi Hot Grand Prix. And in Paris at the beginning of the year, a silver medal. So she's obviously capable of taking medals, but just not consistent at this moment in time.
Well, it's the third time that she's had the right arm trapped.
Doesn't seem to be learning the lesson, does she really?
No, that process is slightly longer than one tournament and maybe one contest. And anyway, there's nothing that the coach can do at the moment to correct that. That's something that she's going to have to go away and work on. But every time she gives up that side, every time she gives up her right side, she's going to be in trouble. As Kinzerska knows that the Makikomi is on. I'll find a way to stop that.
She comes again once more. She tries to stop it. Kinzerska tries to continue with the roll, but finds herself now in the receiving end of the Niwaza. And Wang get the rotation? I don't think so. She's very powerful, this Azerbaijan, and quite heavy as well. It'll be difficult.
Well, there are two things that Wang should be looking at here. The first thing is, as I say, making sure you don't give up your right arm. If it is that Kinzerska does come across with the right arm, she's only been able to finish off once. But on the two occasions that she didn't finish off, she was in a difficult position and almost got rolled into Osaikomi. If that happens again, Wang's got to be ready for that. He's got to be ready to block the Makikomi and take advantage of the position that Kinzerska is in. A small turn, Kinzerska's on her back and the Osaikomi is on.
Well, Kinzerska is about 16 kilos heavier than her opponent. In fact, the heaviest in this competition for the heavyweights.
Both fight is a little bit predictable, I'm afraid. Makikomi from Kinzerska.
Makikomi from Wang.
From Wang.
It's obviously a very popular technique.
Both fighters going to pick up penalties. Well, it is amongst the heavyweights, isn't it?
Yeah.
No secret there. Odd seconds left to go.
Wang with the left hand on the collar. Tries to draw her opponent towards her and overreach there with the... Well, she just needed a bit more power with the leg, using that leg to get that kick over. And as she landed on the tip of her own shoulder, which meant that she failed to get the full rotation. So with the opportunity now lost. 14 seconds now. Kinzerska just has to hang on there. One more last-ditched effort there for Wang, but I don't think she's got it in her now.
Well, Kinzerska didn't have a great deal left either, did she?
The bronze medal for
So,
Azerbaijan.
Irina Kinzerska of
Her sixth
Azerbaijan
medal at a Grand Slam.
wins therefore over Wang Yan of China.
Scary face there. They look mean, don't they?
I think you probably are.
Oh, well, that was a nice technique there. And Wong did really well to get off that for a pawn because it was deep. She reacted well on that.
We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. Caroline Weiss of Germany faces Galina Tarasova of Ukraine. It's Weiss in the white judogi, Tarasova in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is John Lammekers of the Netherlands. Here's Loretta.
Thank you, Sharon. Well, Weiss, as you can see, wins 56-21. There's a lot more matches under her belt there. Will this be the advantage that she needs to take this bronze medal here today? We'll just have to wait and see. Both of the athletes have performed well today. There wasn't a big number in the plus 78s, in fact 11 athletes, and those that did have first round, first match would take them into the quarter-final stage. So it wasn't really such a tasking day for some of them. Some had a bye in the first round, which took them directly into the quarter-final.
Lucky, lucky. I think of who Caroline Weiss reminds me of as far as, well, Kejan Bali in a way, as far as the expectations are concerned. He was someone who was a double junior world silver medalist. And the Germans must have thought, okay, it wasn't a one-off, you know, she's there a couple of times as a junior. We know that she's got something. Let's see what happens when she hits the senior ranks. And it hasn't quite happened for her.
And how old is she at this moment? Because we know that the heavyweights take that little bit longer to mature, don't they?
Yeah, she's a while out of juniors now. I think it was back in Ljubljana, maybe. And then one other.
She looks a good size for a heavyweight, though.
Yeah, I'd imagine that she's up the much lighter end of
Yes.
the weight group. One of the lightest in there. You know, there's possibility, I suppose, when she finishes competition that she'll just be that little bit more careful.
Yes.
About the weight, and you know, she may end up cutting 5, 6, 7, 8 kilos.
Well, she's got the height that carries the weight. Makakomi there. Weiss weighed in under 100 kilos, 93 kilos.
Yeah.
So she was not the lightest, but one of the lightest, the second lightest in the weight category, in fact.
Who was the lightest, just out of interest?
The lightest was Valencek.
Anna Maria Valencek, who had a foot injury that kept her out.
Yes, that's right,
yeah.
Valencek. Yeah, for Slovenia.
Yeah,
She was the light.
Well,
she was 86.1.
yeah.
Quite light.
Well, if you're looking at for Weiss, 93, did you say, or
93.
93? Well, I'd take 5 or 6 off that, and that would be a good weight for Caroline Weiss.
Mm. Oh, then Maranic, 88. So she was the second. So she came in at the third lightest in the category. And Zerska was the heaviest. That is over there, high collar grip, now goes on to the belt. Now can she get the turn that she's looking for? She looks to be setting it up, but a little bit slow to react. Well, Weiss really has to try and disengage herself there to give herself a little bit more moving opportunity, create an opening so she can come under, because if she engages in the big gripping, controlling positionings, she's not going to defeat because of the weight disadvantage she has. Weiss really needs to sort of open this up, get a little bit more movement going, use the feet, look to maybe the kosotas, kouchigaris, but tying herself up so deep around the waist there is maybe not the best option for her. She's allowing Ukraine to come round the back.
Gennady Biledid taking a day off from time to time being in the chair for his daughter. This time he's in the chair for Galina Tarasova. I know Mum is in there quite a lot for Daria Biledid, but quite often Dad is in there too.
Yogoshi. Oh,
That was a bit better this time. This time didn't have the control, but I thought that she had it that time. The hip technique.
she didn't. Yeah, she came in but didn't execute the
There
actual
you
fall.
go.
But you have the Osakomi.
Right at the end of normal time anyway, so just got to have a couple of seconds here.
Well,
And that'll be it.
Tarasova's really going to struggle to get out of that.
Not going to happen now, and it
No.
won't matter anyway because Weiss has held for at least 10 seconds. That'll be Wazari. Another 2, and it'll be Ippon. Caroline Weiss of Germany. The second of the bronze medals in the plus 78 kilo category.
No, she
Catching her breath now.
definitely had to work for that. There's no doubt about it.
Bronze medal for Germany, Caroline Weiss, her 5th medal at the Grand Slam.
Final of the plus 78 kilo category, and Fatoumata Mbairo of France faces Marina Slutskaya of Belarus. It's Mbairo in the white judogi, Slutskaya in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Nedim Beyat of
Please
Turkey.
welcome the referee from Turkey, Mr. Nedim Bayat. In the white jersey for France, Anna Fatoumata Mbairo.
Chung Wen showing a bit of tiredness. Yes, we saw you.
Showing us her tonsils
It's too
there.
late.
She's going, I can't believe they've seen my fillings.
Maybe some jet lag catching up with her.
be an interesting match. Slutskaya, world ranked 8th, and impressive track record throughout. Bronze medalist here last year, and European champion also in 2017. Very strong athlete. Slutskaya coming in there, Sinagi taking it off to the side, following it through. Almost had the Osakomi, but she's got the lead of a Wazari in the opening seconds of this contest. Mbaro. Best result, Tbilisi, this year, bronze medal. World rank 20. It was the opportunity there missed for Slutskaya. Belarusian taking right hand on the lapel there, controlling the sleeve as well quite nicely. She drops under her opponent once again. Another strong attack, and doesn't bother this time to work her way into the Niwaza. 2.5 minutes remaining in this contest. And Barrow still to make an impression out here in this final. Tries to counter opponent, but left herself a little bit vulnerable to the rear there. Was stumbling backwards onto her back.
Yeah, well, sometimes you get what I refer to as a soft ippon.
And that was because she just, it was like she was trying to counter her, but she really just opened herself into just falling backwards. And it was just accelerated. I don't know if it was an ippon though, if she really executed the technique. No, she didn't. For me, it was Mbairo trying to counter, and she fell on her back.
Okay, so Slutskaya leads by Wazari then, with a little over 2 minutes left to go.
Now she was as this time. Now that was Belarusian's execution of a technique, a very strong one at that. Controls quite nicely. She drops underneath once more. Mbairo on the receiving end, and the coach will only be trying to inject a little bit of enthusiasm out there and riling her up a little bit to try and fight back. She just seems a little bit flat out there at this particular moment. Needs to start going into second gear. At the moment she's just been coasting, and she rolls over for Slutskaya for an ippon there. Well, there wasn't much resistance there for Mbairo.
Yeah, definitely had the beating of Mbairo here.
Yeah, definitely did. There wasn't much resistance on that one. She made that one look easy, and a smile on her face. She's got actually quite a lovely face, really, isn't she? And looks quite small.
You can see the highlights on the screen.
Both very evenly matched as far as weight was concerned in this contest. Just one slightly taller and leaner, but that was an advantage for Slutskaya and able to get under her opponent the way she did.
Yeah, I think some speed had a little bit to do with that.
She
as
was
well.
sharp, wasn't
That
she?
was good, yeah.
Very,
Well
very sharp.
executed. Right through the defence there. We come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 100 kilo category.
The medals are presented by the Vice President of the Judo Federation of Azerbaijan, Mr. Sadik Sadikov.
The medals are being presented by the Vice President of the Azerbaijan Judo Federation, Mr. Sadik Sadikov. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Yevgenis Borodavko of Latvia. There's a bronze medal too for Karl Richard Frey of Germany.
The silver medal for Azerbaijan, Elmar Gazimov.
Silver medal goes to Elmar Gazimov of Azerbaijan.
And the gold medal for Israel, Peter Palchi.
The gold medal goes to Peter Palchik of Israel.
The prize money and the flowers are presented by the President of the Judo Federation of Bulgaria, Mr. Ivan Mikhailov. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Israel.
And now the national anthem of Israel. Thank you. And now it's time for the family picture with the VIPs and the athletes. Borodavko and Frey were the bronze medalists. Gazimov took the silver, and it was Palchik who took the gold medal. Right, we've got the first of the bronze medals in the plus 100 kilo category coming up next. The first bronze medal contest features Vladislav Siapitsky of Belarus. He's up against Henk Grol of the Netherlands. It's Siapitsky in the white judogi, Grol in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Amano Akiko of Japan.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you, Sheldon. And yes, we're coming down to the last weight category, and there's been some really exciting judo. And this is going to be another one of those interesting matches that could go either way. Both have performed really well. Grol, a move up into this weight category, is really showing some promising results already, and he'll be wanting to add this bronze medal to the collection he already has. Grohl came into this competition as the number 7th seed. Well, Sierpitsky really on the receiving end at this particular moment. Grohl trying to draw him up to the edge of the contest area and make his mark here. He's controlling the sleeve. A little bit frustrating for the Belarusian. Grohl, high collar grip, shows Yoso Tagari. Looking to be the busier of the two, the Dutchman. Might not had the weight advantage, but he's actually matching him evenly with the height. Both picking up a Shido apiece now, but one for Grohl's just been removed. Sierpitsky there with the left hand, trying desperately to get into the lapel. Well, for Grohl, it's most probably a bit of a situation. He's going to try and hit and run rather than stay gripped up and battle toe to toe here. Using his head onto the chest, he draws his opponent off to the edge of the contest area, trying to put a little bit of pressure on his opponent. Sierpitsky really still has to do an attack. At this moment, he's taking second best here. And he'll pick a Shido up again, I think. And there you have it, the second one. Now he's already accumulating these now very quickly, and we've just gone into the halfway mark. 1 minute 45 seconds remaining. Sierpitsky really under a bit of pressure now. Grohl has come into this contest very tactically aware, with a really good game plan now at this moment. He's doing enough, but without putting himself under any danger. He's got the cross grip, he's trying to get that, but swiftly dismissed by the Belarusian. Drawn against one to the edge of the mat. Grohl gets the belt and the Uchimata, and there it's all over and done with.
Thumbs up from the Dutch coach. Way up in the stands there.
Yeah.
Martin Ahrens is
he's
down
the
on
coach.
the ground in the chair, but up in the stands beneath Omai. And
The bronze medal for the Netherlands, Henk Grohl, his 6th medal at a Grand Slam.
a couple of the supporters there backing Henk Grohl.
Nice result.
He's looking around for the big screen. Where am I?
Well, let me see myself again. That must have been a good one. Well, he'll be delighted with that performance.
Yeah, he should be, because he's trying to make his way in the plus 100 kilo category, and he's got stiff opposition. There are a couple of Dutch
still a long way
boys
to
in
go,
there
yeah.
who either head him or are sort of better thought of, you know.
But he's got the size. He just needs to build on that shape that he's got. He's got the height, there's no doubt about it, the shape is there, but I think there needs to be a lot more bulk involved. He looks quite light.
I thought I saw his sister in the stands there, Carla Grohl, but I can't be certain of it.
The next bronze medal contest.
Right, coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contest in the plus 100 kilo category, Luri Krakovitskil of Kyrgyzstan. He's up against Or Sasson of Israel. It'll be Krakovitskil in the white judo gi, and it really should have been Or Sasson in blue. However,
He's pulled out with an injury,
Sasson
hasn't
has
he?
pulled out with an injury, an elbow injury. Unfortunately, he won't be taking part. So Friedrich Anna Maria, the referee in the middle, will just have to gift the contest
Yes.
to Luri Krakovitskil.
Just looking at the weight categories, Grohl weighed in at 107 kilos, the lightest in the plus 100 kilos.
He's still getting up there.
He's still trying to work his way up there, putting on a bit of beef.
So Krakovitskil of Kyrgyzstan takes the second of Tassoyev in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one, suitably, is the former French heavyweight Mathieu Bataille of France. Why not?
He was a great fighter in his day, wasn't he? Well, the weights of these two gentlemen, Krapelek weighed in at 110 kilos, Tassoyev 130, so he's got that 20 kilos advantage. But will it be an advantage, or will it just slow him up? Well, the Olympic champion is definitely one of the top favourites. He came in as the number one seed in this competition.
And in the blue judo for Russia.
His opponent from Russia, Tassoyev, came in at 6th in the seeding.
I haven't made any secret about my liking of Inal Tassoyev for the top spot for Russia. To me, he looks like the best of the Russian heavyweight.
He is a strong athlete. He's got some good results as well. He's a consistent athlete. He's been a good...
You win some, you lose some.
Oh, goodness me.
Kapalik is only out because he shocked himself. There's a huge smile on his face. He
like,
thought, I'm going to ambush this guy.
This is mine. It's in the bag. Oh, gosh. What a finish.
He just turned him.
Well, that was a good day.
Not now,
Brilliant.
Pal. You know, that was...
Not today.
No.
Not today. Rethink.
Even Mathieu Bataille, the referee's coming off. Huge smile on his face.
He's going, that's the easiest job I've had. Oh, the Ochigari, look at that. Brilliant. Kapalik was diving in there. He wanted to finish him, didn't he? He wanted to pound him over. But the Ochigari was the counter that just finished him.
Look, there's a smile on Kapalik's face.
You can't say nothing about that, can you?
Well, I don't know, I think you could say quite a lot.
I don't think so. What can you say? I've just got dumped.
Don't do that.
Next time, you rethink. Tassoyev, though, takes the title of the plus 100s, and goodness me.
Tassoyev saying, not on my patch, mate.
That's it, not on my soil.
I can't imagine that they've
Brilliant.
got the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo ready yet, because they normally would have been a little bit longer.
That's it. It's going to take some
prepare.
time.
Tassoyev, I'd hardly got the words out that this was the Russian heavyweight that I was thinking is
you
the
were
right
saying
one.
it, and all of a sudden, bam!
And I wanted to follow it up by saying that, but this is going to be a stiff test
Yeah.
for Tassoyev. It ended up being a stiff test for Kapalik.
Well, what a way to finish 3 days of competition.
Fantastic, wasn't it?
That was brilliant. You couldn't have finished that any better if you'd wished for it.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the General Treasurer of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Nasser Al-Tamimi. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Caroline Weiss of Germany. There's a bronze medal too for Irina Kinzerska of Azerbaijan. The silver medal goes to Anna Fatoumata Mbairo of France. But the gold medal goes to Marina Slutskaya of Belarus. That was an Nippon win as well, wasn't it?
There's some good results in this today. Maybe one of the best bunch of finals that we've had throughout the 3 days.
Nice, wasn't it?
That was, yeah. Brilliant.
Again, you know, for me, that's the shoulder wheel. I know a lot of people are trying to, you know, identify the waza, but she drops a hand and rolls that over the shoulder. You know, that's katakuruma.
It's a katakuruma, isn't it? But what she's doing is in a different direction.
Yeah, that's the shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now the national anthem of Belarus.
Thank you. And now it's time for the family picture with the athletes and the VIPs, please.
There's the winning quarter. That was a quick picture with the with the VIPs. Mr. Al-Tamimi was off really quickly there. Weiss and Kinzerska were the bronze medalists. Biro took the silver. It was Slutskaya who took the gold medal. We'll have the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category after
The medal ceremony for men over 100.
we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category. And the medals are being presented by the International Judo Federation Head Sport Director, Mr. Vladimir Barta.
International Judo Federation, Mr. Vladimir Barta. A bronze medal for Kyrgyzstan, Yuri Krakopechki.
First of the bronze medals goes to Yuri Krakopechki of Kyrgyzstan.
And for the Netherlands, Henk Grol.
There's a bronze medal for Henk Grol of the Netherlands.
The silver medal for the Czech Republic, Lukas Kapalek.
Silver medal goes to Lukas Kapalek of the Czech Republic. The gold medal goes to Inal Tasoyev of
Prize
Russia.
money and flowers are presented by the General Secretary of the Judo Federation of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mr. Nasser Al-Nam. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Russia.
Now the national anthem of Russia.
Thank you. Now it's time for the
Krakopechki and Grol were the bronze medalists. Kapalek took the silver, but Tasoyev took the top prize of the gold medal here in Abu Dhabi. And as we close out the final day, there were 3 gold medals for Georgia, 2 for Russia, 2 for Israel, 2 for the Netherlands, and 1 each for Kosovo, France, Belarus, Mongolia, and Italy. We'll have more judo from the IJF Judo World Tour when we bring you the Grand Prix from Tashkent on the 9th to 11th of October. But from Loretta Cusack-Doyle and myself,
Goodbye for now.
bye-bye.